All right, welcome, ladies and gentlemen. Week 6, Fantasy Football and Science. I'm your host, The Warden, with my boy coming from straight out of South Carolina, the one and only The Guru. Guru, it's been a little while, man. We haven't we haven't had a chance to catch up, in a couple weeks. You know what I mean? I was out on the IR last week, but we're back at it. Real quick before we get into the rankings, I don't know how you're doing in your fantasy leagues, man, but I'm not doing too good right now. I mean, I'm 2-3, sitting in seventh place. I just got to figure out some consistency with some guys, man. But my QB situation is hurting, but we'll get over that, man. How's it going with your fantasies?
I'm 4-1 in one league. One of the leagues I play in, I've played in for 22 years now. We play total points. I'm second place in that. And one league I'm only 1-4 in. And my top two backs they couldn't be more of a letdown this year.
Yeah.
Or my quarterback and my top running back. I'm sorry. Again, I got. Oh goodness. Russell Wilson's the quarterback. And then my top QB in that league was the kid that was number one last year. The top running back from last year. And he's been hurt.
Yeah.
And he's been hurt a little bit. And then my number two running back in two of my leagues got taken out for the year last week at halftime. Broke his leg. So he's done for the season from what's the city?
Done for the season.
Yeah, out for the season. Running back.
From San Fran?
Yeah, no. Southwest though. Sorry.
I'm trying to think. For the year, what running back is done for the year, Guru?
Way out west, northwest.
I can't even recall what. Penny?
Yeah.
Oh, Penny. Okay, gotcha.
Rod Penny. Yeah, sorry, I had trouble recalling names at some.
No, it's all good. Yeah, I had to kind of look.
I'll give me 1 second to explain it to everybody here. A couple of months ago, I suffered a stroke, and everything is still in my head the way it should be when I'm thinking about it. But when I go to say certain things like people's names, it gets caught. I don't know what it is. I go to therapy actually 4 times a week. 2 different types of therapy to get through this. All football knowledge is still there, and it's I just for some reason when I start to think of the names, it just goes black on me. So that's what the issue is. So that's why Jay's going to be handling all the rankings here, so we can get sped up and we can get on the road. So if we want to get started with the quarterbacks,
yeah, let's go ahead and get started, man. Then I'll let you chime in as we get as we wrap things up. So let's get started with week 6 QBs. Let me get my rankings ahead of me here. So we've got coming in at number 1, we've got big arm Josh Allen coming out of Buffalo. They've got a sweet matchup this week with the number 2 ranker, Patrick Mahomes. I'm looking forward to that game. I know all the fans are looking forward to that game. That's a 325 game. For those that don't have the red zone or the ticket, that's going to be on CBS. I'm sure everyone will be able to pick that up. But that's definitely a matchup you definitely don't want to miss coming this weekend. Coming in at number 3, Lamar Jackson. He's definitely putting up he's doing some good things, putting up some good numbers. He's controlling that offense. Everyone knows he's got a contract year this year, so he's looking for Baltimore to show him the money. Number 4, not a surprise here with Jalen Hurts. The only undefeated team left in the NFL. They got a sweet matchup against the Dallas Cowboys at Lincoln Field this weekend in Philly. That's going to be a 7:20 game, NBC prime time, so all fans will be able to watch that game and watch Jalen Hurts put up some good numbers. But against a good Dallas defense, though, so I'm looking forward to this game. Number 5, Justin Herbert out of the Chargers. We've got coming in at number 6, Kyle Murray. Coming in at number 7, Joey Burrow. Looking for Burrow to have a bounce back game here. He's got a matchup this week against the Saints. He starting off slow this year, but as of last year when he picked up the pace, so I don't think too many people aren't too worried about Joey Burrow. Coming in at number 8, Tom Brady. Coming in at number 9, we've got Aaron Rodgers, followed by number 10, Trevor Lawrence. Excuse me. Trevor Lawrence, he's got a matchup. Who do they get this week? They got the Colts. So looking forward to that division matchup out there with the Indianapolis Colts. Coming in at number 11, Derek Carr. I'm going to skip over Derek Carr because they're on a bye this week, so I'm going to skip over him. And they need that bye too. Trust me on that one, fans. But number 12, Kirk Cousins. Coming in at number 13. Not sure about you guys, you Guru. Not sure about you and other fans out there, but I'm definitely not looking forward to this Thursday matchup with the Commanders and the Bears on Prime Video. Yeah, I'm not too excited about this game. I'll watch, but I'm not too excited about the game, though. So I'll watch this because I'm from Chicago. Coming in next, we've got Russell Wilson coming in out of Denver. Follow Russell Wilson. We're going to go with Teddy Bridgewater if Teddy Bridgewater plays. If he doesn't, of course, Dolphin fans are hoping that Tua will come back. But if he doesn't, if Teddy can clear the concussion protocol, look to insert Teddy into your lineup there. They've got a matchup. They got a matchup against the Vikings. Should be a nice shootout. If Kirk Cousins can do his thing with his weapons out there, but we'll see. All right, following Teddy Bridgewater, we're gonna go with Matthew Stafford. After Matthew Stafford, we're gonna go with Andy Dalton, Andy Dickhead Dalton, that is. We'll see if Jameis will be able to come back. Not sure, but if he doesn't, Andy Dalton is a guy you want to go ahead and insert into your lineup. They've got a matchup against the Bengals. With him throwing to his weapons with Olave out there, we'll see with Michael Thomas if he's back in the lineup with Kamara. Maybe they can put up some numbers. Following that will be Geno Smith, big head Geno Smith out there in Seattle. Man, that boy's putting up some numbers. He got the weapon, so if Geno's out there in your waivers, you need to go ahead and grab Geno. He's definitely a guy that can put up numbers. After Geno, we got Matt Ryan, followed by Zach Wilson out of the Jets, and then we're going to follow him up with Marcus Mariota, and we're going to end our QB rankings coming in New England. If Mac Jones isn't available. Even if Hoyer does come, I think that the Patriots will look to start Bailey Zappi out up there in New England. So those are your rankings for the QBs. Guru, you got anything you want to add with the QBs?
Do want to talk about Russell Wilson for a minute. Sorry.
Okay, go ahead.
Russell Wilson. I'll tell you, the first few losses you can forgive. Getting acquainted with new teammates out there in the Mile High City, different weather conditions, things like that.
Right.
Harder to breathe, whatever you want to say. You can forgive a couple of bad starts. It happens. They didn't score a touchdown last week.
Right.
I mean,
that was a pitiful game.
And they only scored one the week before.
Yeah.
That offense, I mean, they didn't bring Russell Wilson in to manage a running offense and to score, 12 or 15 points a game. He's one of the top quarterbacks in the last 25 years.
Yeah.
2 titles. He's normally as steady as it comes. You never put up numbers like uh, Tom Brady, the super high numbers like the elites, but he's right on their heels just because he doesn't throw interceptions and he always finds a way to win. He's a dynamite team leader, but he's just lost it since he's come over on this trade. And hopefully this week he gets it right because if he doesn't, boy, you have a lot of young wide receivers out there that aren't getting utilized like they should. And I don't know if it's coach game calling.
Right.
Something needs to happen, and you need to trust this man. You brought him in to fling the ball, not to hand it off to the backfield all day. So hopefully they trust him and they get going and get that ship right because he seems to be a good guy
Yeah.
and
Future Hall of Famer.
doesn't need to end his career on a down note.
Right. Exactly. So definitely a future Hall of Famer. So yeah, we're definitely looking to see him bounce back. Hopefully that shoulder, that torn labrum is okay. Hopefully he can bounce back and get that offense going because he's got the weapons. So speaking of weapons, we're gonna go ahead to the receiver rankings right now. Okay, let me get my rankings up. Bear with me, fans. I'm sorry about that.
Hey, before you do the receivers, you want to knock out the kickers first just to get them out of the way?
Let's do it. Let's knock them out.
Let's get them out of the way. It's not really
get them out because I know you guys need to. Everybody got to get a kicker in their league. So we'll go with number one, Justin Tucker. How could you not go with him? Coming in number one. Next is Evan McPherson, followed by Tyler Bass. Number 3, 4, Young Ho Koo. Coming in number 5, Matt Gay. Followed by number 6, Graham Gano out of the Giants. Coming in number 7, Ryan Succop out of Tampa Bay. Excuse me. Number 8, Matthew Wright out of Kansas City. Brett Mayer of Dallas. Coming in number 10, Taylor Bertolet out of Los Angeles Chargers. Coming in number 11, Greg Joseph out of Minnesota. Followed by Chase McLaughlin out of Indianapolis. Mason Crosby out of Green Bay. Followed by Money Man Will Lutz out of New Orleans with a matchup out there. They've got the Saints this weekend. Jason Sanders coming in next out of Miami, followed by Brandon McManus in Denver. Cade York out of Cleveland coming in at 18, followed by Riley Patterson coming in at number 19. Then we're going to go to Jason Myers out of Seattle, Greg Zerlin out of New York Jets, Cairo Santos with a prime game Thursday in Chicago from the Bears. Then we've got the next kicker from there, the Commanders kicker George Sly out of Washington. And then we're going to end it with Chris Boswell, veteran out of Pittsburgh. He should be out there. He may be able to get you some points against it's a pretty stellar Tampa Bay defense, though. But we'll see how it goes out there for Chris Boswell. He's a guy that can get, still get you some points. So, okay, let's go to the receivers.
Please, I tell you what, man. The sooner they do away with kickers in general,
man,
in fantasy football, I'll be all for it.
Yeah. Oh yeah. A lot of guys be happy about that. So, all right, here we go. Wide receivers. Number 1. How could you not come with him? Cooper Kupp out of Los Angeles. Number 2, Justin Jefferson. Number 3, Stephon Diggs. Coming in number 4, Deebo Samuel. We're gonna move right over to Deebo. We're gonna go to Tyreek Hill out of Miami. Mike Evans out of Tampa Bay coming in next with his partner in crime, Chris Godwin. They get a nice matchup in Pittsburgh. Like to see them. Coming in now at number 9 and 10 will be Jamar Chase and T. Higgins. 11, A.J. Brown. 12, Amon-Ra St. Brown. Amon-Ra St. Brown. How you like that name there, huh? Coming in after him is Devontae Smith out of Philly. 14, CeeDee Lamb coming in Dallas. I think he's found a little something out there with old Cooper Rush out there. But of course, like Zeke said, Dak is QB1. We all know Dak is QB1. But Cooper's gonna he's gonna do what he's got to do to keep that team moving. They're 4-1, 4 straight wins out there in the Big D. So we'll see what's going on. But CeeDee likes what he's doing out there with Cooper Rush. 15, Mike Williams out of Los Angeles Chargers, that is. After that will be Marquise Brown out of Zona. Cortland Sutton from Denver. The speedster, Chris Olave out of New Orleans. He's going to get his, whether it's Jameis or it's Andy Dalton. I think Chris Olave is going to continue to climb. He's going to surpass that wide receiver 3 spot. Going to move into that wide receiver 2 spot pretty soon. Probably pass up Jarvis Landry. Michael Thomas may still be a number 1 guy out there, but this guy Olave, man, this guy is speed. He can get open quick, man, and they like him out in New Orleans. All right, moving after that will be Jalen Waddell out of Miami. Michael Pittman Jr. out of Indy. Terry McLaurin out of Washington coming in at 22. Next will be DK Metcalf out of Seattle. Jerry Jeudy from Denver will be next. Then we're going to go with Corey Davis out of New York Jets. They're doing some good things out there with the young boy Zach Wilson out there throwing to Corey Davis. Tyler Lockett coming in next after that. Aaron Rodgers, number 1 threat. Alan Lazard out of Green Bay coming in at 27. We got the Coop man, Amari Cooper out of Cleveland. We all know that Deshaun Watson is able to enter the facility, still is ineligible until week 11. But that's Brissett's number 1 guy out there with Amari Cooper. Gabe Davis out of Buffalo. He's coming at 29, followed by Drake London out of Atlanta. 31, Deontay Johnson out of Pittsburgh. Romeo Doubs from Green Bay. 33, Devin Duvernay out of Baltimore. Christian Kirk out of Jacksonville. I like that young guy out there. That's Trevor's probably his number 1 guy out there. 35, I need this guy to step up just a little bit more. I mean, I know they're going to Justin every chance they get, but I need to see Adam Thielen just a little bit more. He was the man out there. When it was him and Stephon Diggs, Adam Thielen was the man, and know what's going on. He had that injury last year, so hopefully he bounced back. I need him to bounce back first.
Got to buy that quarterback a few more table dances.
Yeah, you're right. Right.
Got to get on the good side somehow.
Exactly, man. We got to figure this out here. Coming in at 36, Juju Smith-Schuster out of Kansas City, followed by Zay Jones out of Jacksonville, Curtis Samuel from Washington coming at 38, Garrett Wilson at 39, and we're going to end this wide receiver rankings, number 40, Josh Palmer out of the Los Angeles Chargers. Guru, what you got for me, man?
Well, I'll tell you, Gabe Davis has been amazing this year. He's gelling big time, but he's got the best quarterback in the game right now. That helps a lot. But, he's getting open and getting plenty of use with another elite wide receiver there with him. I wouldn't be surprised if you see something like you saw back in the day with the down in St. Louis with the 2 wide receivers that battled.
Yeah. I know. I can't think of their freaking names. Greatest show on turf, though. Bruce.
Yes,
Bruce and Torrey Holt.
Yes, thank you. And it would not be a surprise to see something like that because they got a quarterback just as good, it would appear, that they had back then. Their offensive line gives them all the time they need. It doesn't. But for some reason, they don't run the ball very well. That's very odd.
And there's some rumors out there. There's some rumors coming out there, about a guy from Carolina. They're looking at maybe doing a trade.
Yeah. I've heard a couple of teams. I heard New York was one of them.
Yeah.
And I forget the other 2. There were 3 names I heard. But yeah, the guys there in New York, they're not happy with their running game.
They're not. Let me throw this at you though, Guru, real quick before we in our first session. So staying on Buffalo, we talk Stephon Diggs, we talk Gabe Davis. You've got Knox at the tight end, but I think another sleeper is Isaiah McKenzie. He can be a sleeper for some teams out there who's got, they may play the super flex or something. If they got room, he didn't play this week, but he'll be in this week, and he started off hot, had the concussion or whatever it was. He's a guy I'll keep an eye on as well. Even though Diggs is going to be your man, Gabe Davis is going to be your man, but I like Isaiah McKenzie, man. Yeah, I like him, man. He's Josh Allen. He just gets he feeds everybody. He feeds everybody. Everybody's going home fed after the Buffalo Bills game.
Yeah, and that's the good thing. Josh Allen will find a way to get everybody
He will
involved.
find a way. And if you're a team, if you're just looking to get over and just need a few extra points, and you just stuck on that, Isaiah McKenzie could be a big pickup for some guys, man. I'm looking at him, man, as a guy just to pick up on waivers, just to have if I need to insert at some point, man, because he will get fed. He will get fed.
Yeah, it's coming. That's definitely coming. And I guess with that, we will call it a night, and
Yeah.
we'll get on to the rest of our rankings on the next episode here.
Let's do it, man. So we're signing off. I'm the warden. He's the guru. We're gonna be back with those running backs, those tight ends, and that defense special team that you guys like out there. We'll give you the full rankings on that, but you're gonna stay close and stay tuned. We got some running backs coming up right at you in just a bit. So signing off, guru. We'll be back.
Peace and hair grease, brother.